Hello, good morning. It's Monday. It is 11. So this is just basically how not to get ahead in business. I've got like crazily good intentions for today, for the week, but I'm not achieving them. Right, so this is my storeroom. Look at the flipping state of it. So this is got to be a task for this week. This is insane. This is not how to run a business. Things were looking okay, but for the fact that I did a post run on Saturday, and obviously I had the car because although I did a post run on Saturday, at one point I was just entangled in the duvet and not going to do a post run. And then I realised that, I had like 8 parcels. So many. Yeah, and some of them were bulky and it would have been an arse this morning. Although I've only got 7 things to do this morning. So it wouldn't have been that bad, but if I hadn't done it. Anyway, I digress. I had the car and I said, I've got the car. Do you happen to have any boxes? Because my post office, they do save boxes for me. So now this is sort of a bit wonky because all of the boxes that I picked up are behind there. I've literally filled the flipping car. And we live in a small apartment, so don't really have room for like 10 tons of boxes. But when somebody's giving you free packaging, you don't say no. There's some there, but those... They've got a quest, and look, there's just stuff everywhere. And this morning I've just spent £150 on another job lot of Lego, which is a bit... But initially he was asking... The asking price was £175, so I don't know. Anyway, this room has got to get tidied because this bit here, which you can't see, and I won't show you because it's my husband's wardrobe, but he also, because he works in construction, there is a lot of dusty stupid ass things here which I'm encroaching on. And when you're selling like clothing, when I'm selling anything, I just don't need them near dusty construction gear, and I'm not doing myself any favours in here, so this room has got to get sorted. Anyway, I've got some stock here which I need to put away, and I need to pull things this morning. So these have got to go into order of vests and long sleeves. So basically Jesus, this is... I didn't realise how much boxes I've got here. There's kind of a lot. So, yeah, there's a reason why I bought that Lego as well this morning. Because this one was filled with Lego and it isn't anymore. This one was filled with Lego and obviously it isn't anymore. I moved everything into boxes. Somebody on Instagram was talking about sell-through rates, and I'd actually worked mine out, and mine is around like 40% on a bad time and 50%. And I think it's 50% because I do Lego, and literally Lego sells within a month, because I did have most of these boxes filled with Lego and then suddenly I haven't. Right, so the rest of it is clothing. So that's vests. I'm looking for 2 things and now I've completely forgotten what they are. One is a Moschino t-shirt. I knew I'd do this. I knew I'd forget what the other thing was. I'm so terrible. My mind is like a flipping sieve. Right, so let's sort this out. So I've got 4 boxes of women's tops. Ones are button-up blouses, which is technically that. There's not many in there, so that will go in there. This I've actually sold this morning, but the bastard hasn't paid for it. So they're button-up blouses, so they go in that one. Then we've got vests, which is kind of very full. Is that button up? No, that can go in t-shirts. No, it can't. T-shirts is full. Right, so that's going in vests. That's cami. Where am I going to put that? That's a blouse. That's a vest. I need to find out what this other top is. I thought that my brain would... I don't think that my brain operates quite like it used to. It just doesn't seem to like recall information. You'd think that I could remember 2 tops. So anyway, I'm going to put these things away. I just wanted to show you this chaotic room because this can't go on. I need to get on top of things. It cannot go on like this. I think I'll put that in long sleeves, to be honest. This is a very dainty top. I don't think there's much in long sleeves, even though we're not in winter. Seem to have sold through them quite well. Right, what am I doing? Where's the lid gone? Where's the lid gone? The lid's there. I just don't know what I'm doing. You shouldn't take advice off me. I've remembered what it is. It's a Jules top. It's a Jules blouse. It's a Jules blouse with game birds on it, which is this. See, my system works. Yeah, so Jules top with game birds on it. Now all of this is going to go in here, and it's going to go in nicely. You see, we are really putting off jobs. We've got some DIY jobs that needed doing, which we had like motivation to do, and then my husband got injured and we just haven't done them. And that's why there's a pile of paint cans out here. You know, another thing which really shouldn't be next to clothing stock. A load of flipping paint cans. Right, long sleeves. I put them in these things just well, I'm going to put that on top because it's too dainty. I just put them that lengthways like that because it's just easier to find them, because you can usually just see the edge, and rather than having them in packaging, it's just easier to find things. Right. It does feel really dirty in here. Right, I'm going to recommence this video in the other room. Anyway, yeah, I'm just having one of those mornings where I'm just like flapping and fiddle-arsing around, and I don't know, I think maybe it's this Food Street game, because there was like a quest on, and then I don't know, I mean, it's my mental breakdown, and you know, this is how it's going. But I was leading somehow, and then this Russian appeared out of nowhere, and they were in 4th place, and then suddenly they were like in 1st place, and I was, well, no, they were just behind me, and I was like, no, and then I don't know, it is a mental breakdown, because this part of me was just like, all the trouble in Europe depends on me winning this weekly contest. No, it doesn't, obviously not. Right. What does matter is me, you know, posting these things. You know, not like I'm a good eBayer. I posted on Saturday. I mean, it's been one of those mornings, you know, where, you know, I'm sure like a lot of people, you know, you get up and you have a clear out, but, you know, you then have a cup of coffee, and then it's like, whoa, time for number two of number two, a second clear out. And you just think, this is disruptive. Suppose I'd gone out earlier and then I'd needed to have, you know, another toilet session. So anyway, you know, I am like fully clear. It's a good time to weigh myself now, but I haven't weighed myself in ages, because I'm sure that the scales are lying about me being 12 stone. How can I be 12 stone? Some kind of horror has gone on. Yeah, and the other thing is, it's like, I don't know about anybody else, but Sunday night, Monday morning, that's like, to me, is when all my returns get opened, because people have worn them over the weekend and they're coming back. In my returns, they're either like the really stupid, shitty little items, which you think, I practically gave that to you, and now I'm, you know, just after I've paid the second lot of postage because of your ratty reason for returning, you know, I'm at a total loss with purchase price and fees and everything else. Oh, they're like really good items. So the Oasis t-shirt is coming back because obviously they've been to fucking the festival that was on this weekend and they've worn it. So now it's coming back. And then I've got that super dry jacket. I should just not mention things on my videos. So that's coming back because apparently that's too big. It's just, I don't know. And apparently the distressing is too distressing. It's worn and worn out. No, it's distressing. Ugh. It's so hard when you pick up something that's like ripped and distressed, isn't it? Because it's so, yeah, anyway. But this is a good sale. And I'm sure that this is because of Love Island, because I have had this. I had this before Christmas and it hasn't sold, and I did think this would sell over Christmas. So somebody sent me an offer of £65, so I've accepted that. Let's hope this one doesn't come back. Really cool, isn't it? Machino pill print. I was able to date this to the runway of when it was, but I don't know what it is offhand because, like I say, I listed it ages ago. $14.99 for this. Yeah, this is all the pheasants and game birds. This is just jewels. I only pick up like the printed stuff of jewels, like the stuff which somebody's going to want. So this is like Festival Desire. I did think that I would sell these for the festival season. $14.99 for this. They've sort of went backwards and forwards with silly offers. So I do have best offer on. The first offer they gave me was £10, which is a bit irritating because I just think, look, I want something on it for me to be posting it because it's going to annoy me. I had it on for 20. It is only, it's only F&F, so it's only Tesco. But I just think that it, you know, for a nice like chinchilla sort of like owl thing waistcoat, I do think that it's worth slightly more. So $14.99 for that. After they'd gone backwards and forwards with like £12 and the rest of it, and I declined them and I kept going back with $14.99, they said, yeah, okay, to $14.99. Another $14.99 thing is, well, has it gone for slightly more? I think maybe it's gone for $17.99. I don't know where I put it because it is extra large. And it is Fred Perry. I realised that there's only one like Fred Perry thing that I've got left. And I think maybe I should have priced it correctly the first time I had it, and I should have accepted an offer that I had when I first had it. But it's like a limited edition one, and it's got the twin tipped polo, but it's like in ribbon, like gross grain ribbon. So it's unique-ish, but I don't know. I realise I have sold through a lot of my stuff and I haven't got that much Fred Perry because I was templating something else. But anyway, I got 3 of these t-shirts and they've absolutely flown out of the door because I priced them right. I put them at around $14.99. They are XL, which I think is why this one, I don't know, I feel maybe it has gone for $17.99 or I sent an offer of $14.99. Whatever it is, I priced it right and it sold. Don't go too high with some of these things. Yeah, this is another example of that, not going too high. So this is Ted Baker. I think this had to wait for wedding season as well, because it needs it needs something. What's the word? It needs cufflinks. Needs fucking brain engaged. I need to have something. I need to have some kind of supplement to get my brain going. I need some like cod liver oil or something, because my brain waves need to start joining up a bit better this morning. Right, yeah. So that's gone for £20. £20 for that. It's just striped. It's Ted Baker Archive. I've had that for it. No, not that long. Probably since March. Yeah, because I'm a bit wary of how much Ted Baker I pick up. This skirt has sold for, I should have just checked all my prices before I started. It's Karen Millen, and it's a nice skirt, and I think somebody sent me an offer again of like 15 and I took that. But it may well be that this has gone for 20 as well. This is retarded. Right, what have I sold this for? This is another thing that somebody sent me an offer on. I've sold this for £45. Okay, promise you. Yeah, so this, somebody's going to wear this for a wedding and then return it. Oh God, let's hope not. So this is called Chi Chi London. I've had this for a fair time. I've only paid £3. I remember picking this up. I remember picking up with this hairy jumper as well. So it has been sat here since November. But it is new with tags. Navy dress. I knew it would have to wait for wedding season. It's got a tag on there. Let's hope that they don't go to the wedding with that on, or let's hope they don't cut it off and then send it, because it's one of these says, if you remove it, it's yours. But you know, they'll probably completely disregard that. But anyway, hopefully that won't come back. Hopefully I can find something decent to pack it in. I really do. I bought some poly mailers yesterday, but I do need to get some like medium sized ones, because I've got like ones that big, and then I had some medium sized ones which were that big, which were great for stuff like that, but I've run out of them. And then other ones that I've got are about this big. You know, they're like wrapping up in a TV screen big. So yeah, I need to get some poly mailers. Yeah, from somebody who doesn't use Hermes, which trying to find a packaging supplier who doesn't use Hermes is an impossibility. So, or maybe I should just go for it and just do it this week, because I know that I've got eBay packaging coming from Hermes, and this Lego is probably coming via Hermes. So I may as well just put a third thing coming from Hermes, so that I can have all my Hermes ordeals in 1 week, which will make me stay here, because I will have to keep an eye on the window. So it'll make me stay here and get all my jobs done. So yeah, maybe I will have to do that. So yeah, there's my ramble. God, what is wrong with me? You know, this feels like something, my personality feels like something which needs a clinical diagnosis, but you know, there we go. I haven't even brought the frogs in yet. Let's bring some frogs in and, you know, take it to the next level. Anyway, right, let's see what happens. You know, maybe I can get to let's just do this, because I need to get to the post office before it gets to midday, because it just becomes stupid at the post office. Okay, so yeah, there's people in the street. There's people everywhere. Well, I started recording and then somebody started asking me directions. So they must have thought that I was like the sort of nutcase to ask questions for. So anyway, obviously I'm walking, but they had a whole load more cardboard for me. So don't be afraid if you don't have a car to do reselling, because look, it's because I'm a skinflint and I will not pay for cardboard packaging when, well, let's face it should be recycled. And that's absolutely loads of it, and I got loads on Saturday. Yeah. I've walked with my last lot as well, so it doesn't really matter. If you just get little and often, it's fine. Just get a relationship with somebody and get free packaging. Okay, I've arrived back. Hot, sweating, bedraggled. As usual, that's my stance. Yes. I've just passed a guy when I came out. Well, I had to like scale the stairs a second time because the post had been just abandoned in the hallway. So if I hadn't been coming back, I wouldn't have run into this guy. But there's this guy with a pigeon on his shoulder. Now, I've seen somebody post it on social media, and I thought it was some kind of joke or, you know, just not real. But you see, they were on the Metrolink plane going over. Yeah, but this guy, he came towards me, and then I realised that there was a pigeon sat on his shoulder, just sort of like casually bobbing around. Quite bizarre. There's a lot of them around here, you know, and people just sort of not people with like foibles. So yeah, I definitely need to get my hair sorted, so that people can like point me out on the street, although that's not a thing anymore. It was more a thing in other places where if you've got like really coloured hair and then you go to another place, everybody's like, oh, what's wrong with these people? So I did go to Tesco, even though I had a big bag of cardboard on my shoulder, and got Pots of Joy, 57p. I can't say no to that. There's 2 of them. Naughty, naughty. And there's more stuff in my cardboard thing. I do like these prawn ones of these meals. So there's 2. You know, it's not just me scoffing it and my husband's there going, I got nothing. And this was £2 so not a bargain at all. So yeah, what I was saying about the card is don't be frightened. That's all I've done is just broken the boxes up and put them in like that. Admittedly, there's a lot of like these little boxes, which I do use a lot. And then there's just 3 of these larger style ones. These are actually quite large, but I folded them over because why not? Why pay for them? These are just all their like labels and things. So those are the labels that they obviously put in their machines. So it's all post office stuff. If they're just going to put it in the bin, I'm sure they get like charged for the amount that they throw away. So it's a lot of these shops will be grateful if they can take it, because they have to bale it and then they have to pay per bale for it to be recycled or something or other, or pay a levy charge. So if you're taking a whole load of it, they'll be happy to let you have it. These guys, they bring it out to them and I just stand in the shop and fold it up, and the customers in the line think I'm a nutcase, but who cares? You know, I don't have a pigeon on my shoulder. But evidently, you know, I'm wild and weird in other ways. And that's why I fit in human. It must be all rubbing off on me now. Yeah, let's just... the madness must continue. Right, I need to get some shit done. Get some shit done, and then I'm allowed to eat some food. But it will probably be avocados, because I haven't had... Oh, okay. I'm hot. Hot and stupid. Right, commence work. Hello, it's Tuesday morning now. I have washed my hair. I don't know why I bothered, because it just needs this haircut. I've got a few things that are going out, and I am going to the charity shop, which is next door to where my husband gets his prescription, because obviously it's Tuesday. He still hasn't got his prescription and he needs it, and mine's running out too. I think I've got 20 doses. That's what it says, which means 5 days, because it's 2 puffs twice a day, which is maths that the pharmacist and my doctor don't understand, because I keep saying, well, 2 puffs twice a day means that I'm using 20 doses in 5 days, but they seem to think that the whole inhaler can last you for a month, which it can't. It's always just under a month because of the amount of doses that are in it. But you try explaining that maths to these people who think that they're intelligent. Nah. Anyway, yeah, I don't need to go sourcing, but obviously I will be, because it's next door. I like to go there as well. They seem to be collecting the bins again. That seems to be the extent of intellectual, you know, yeah. I don't understand how anybody around here is producing this much rubbish. But anyway, I have sold one of my Lego packs. That's like... No, that's an auction of grey Legos. That's only £5. But it doesn't matter because it's just garbage. So this is something that somebody sent me a message for yesterday. They sent me an offer of like £12. The starting bid was £4.99. It's been round and round. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's got a little mark on it, which I'm hoping that they have actually read. It's got a mark on it. That they want it for a wedding. I mean, the mark is minuscule. So this, they want it for a wedding. So I think the only person who is going to notice this mark is if one of the bridesmaids is giving him a blowjob. They might notice, but you know, largely it is there. So I'm going to send this special delivery because they said only accept my offer if you think you can get this to me for Thursday, because I leave Friday morning to travel to the wedding. But I don't care because things have been sat around for ages. So with the postage they've paid, it doesn't even matter if I send it special delivery, and I don't want the hassle of it not getting there. So that's Fat Face. This, I don't know why I picked this up, because it is like, it's not right, is it? It's not good. So somebody offered me $4.99, which was the starting bid of that, so I took that. Had these for a fair while. No, not that long actually, but I don't know. It's a very specific person who wants the budgerigar trouser, so that's gone for 15. They're Fat Face as well. This is Boohoo. Somebody sent me an offer for this. It is a size 24, so you would hope that there would be more people who are wanting the larger sizes, but apparently not. Now, this is new with tags. Hence, I mean, I tend to only pick up the stuff which is new with tags, but that's not so difficult when Boohoo factory is local. But I did think that this would do better, but I've put it on auction. It's been on twice with no interest. So, and it has got a little run on it. So that's gone for $4.99. Not good, but most of these are £2 to £3 pickups. But so it's not worth the hassle. And this, which I've had for ages, other people seem to be able to sell this for £50, but not me. I have 2 t-shirts by this brand, Kent and Kerwin. It's got David Beckham's signature on it. It's supposed to be, I mean, I think David Beckham, you know, let's face it, he's an old geezer. Nobody cares about him anymore. Nobody gives a shit. Who's drinking Hague whiskey? No one. I've had it on auction starting at $9.99, nothing. I've had somebody send me an offer and then not pay. I'm not sure if I've sold it and it came back. But yeah, it's just, I think I had it on for 30. This was on for 25 this time. I sent them an offer of 22 and then they counted at 17, and I'd left the imprint of, I usually have free post on things, and I'd left the imprint of my postage on there. So in my mind, I just thought, well, that's pretty much what I would have got for the offer anyway, so let's take it. Yeah, so £17 with £4 postage, but obviously not going to cost me £4 to post it. So that's gone, and that's it. So I'm going to go to the charity shop now and get this flipping prescription, and maybe walk over, and I'm tempted to have my hair professionally hair dyed, but last time I had it professionally hair dyed, I thought it was very unprofessional. It literally went to have it done, and I was there for 6 hours, and I just thought, are you fucking joking? And this was a really, it cost me like £120, because I just thought, well, I'll treat myself to having my hair professionally hair dyed. But I really did not want to be there for 6 hours having my hair dyed, because I remember I got there at 10 a.m. and I didn't get back here until 5, and no. Yeah, so that might not happen. I might just get a haircut and then deal with it myself, because at least if I'm sitting here with my hair processing, I can actually do other stuff rather than just sitting there like a knobhead listening to mundane conversations. As I think that's one of the reasons why I put off having my hair cut, because I just hate having to get into dialogue with morons. But at least I can talk about eBay now, which is more, you know, that it's something that they're able to talk about, whereas when I was a quantity surveyor, you know, that shut the conversation down straight away. Right, let's crack on. I should have also pointed out what all this is. So yesterday, I have listed a load of like new items yesterday. I did do quite well, but I have also started doing a stock take, because I've got a lot of stuff which just needs looking at, needs amending, needs refreshing because it's been listed for too bloody long. So that's why there's like chaos everywhere and there's clothes. It's just the dresses, and then I'll just go through everything because I just some of the stuff. I think the postage, when the postage rates went up, I haven't amended them. So if I sell something airmail, it's just completely wrong. And yeah, like I say, some of it needs refreshing because some of it, the listings are as old as December, so it's just ridiculous. So that's why this is chaos. So I am back. Got a decent amount of stuff. Decent amount. Got the drugs. One of the things that I have got is I've actually got a Karen Millen dress, which they'd actually saved for me. So they came running over and said, "Oh, we've saved this for you." So I just said yes because obviously it's only £3, but it has got a terrible stain on it. Now, this is a prime example of why Boohoo are pretty terrible. So obviously, Karen Millen has been bought by Boohoo, and I immediately knew that this wasn't an old Karen Millen because you can see that's a bad thing. So I've decided to revert to showing you like this. So this is the dress. I did actually think that this probably had come directly from Boohoo, but I can see there it's got a gift aid thing on it. So somebody's actually donated this. So that looks, this label, as you can see, is so much like the Boohoo labels, and you can see that the quality of the label is pretty naff. So I've been able to look this up because it's obviously new with tags, it's got a bar belt dress on it, and yeah, this is on their website. So originally it was £220, it's currently on there for £180, and it is selling for very good money. I mean, this it's got this belt thing that goes with it. Yeah, only says 10, but I'm quite confident. I mean, I can get at least £100 for this, provided I can get this out. So yeah, I knew that it had this on there, and it's pretty terrible. I don't know if this is paint, but I mean, if this is a householder and they've put paint on it, then that's pretty bad, isn't it? There's also another mark a bit further up, and now it's getting stupid carpet bits. But yeah, so I've got to try and get that out without taking the tag off. So yeah, I don't know what it is. It does look very painty, but it does look like I can get it out. But you know, it's a nightmare when you're trying to get something out and it's new with tags. But yeah, it's good to have a relationship with your charity shops because they know that I come in and they'd actually save this for me. So that's absolutely fabulous. I will show you the care label as well on this. It's obviously older Karen Millen. It will have like spring and summer and the year, or autumn and winter and the year. But obviously this is one of the more recent Boohoo transitions of this. So yeah, we're just going to ignore the dry clean only thing because obviously that stain is going to need more than a dry clean. I don't know if DG701 helps age something, but this is on the website. This is definitely under the umbrella of the Boohoo management, and yeah, I can tell that the quality is just not as good as their stuff used to be. So yeah, bit of a shame, but you know, I can still get £100, possibly 150. So good, like I say, build those relationships because they literally saved this for me. Yo, Friday, what are we on? We're on Wednesday. I can hear Harry Styles already rehearsing, so it's like just gone 10. It's obviously got a lot to rehearse. Apparently, they were camping out and queuing yesterday. He's not on until like tonight, so they were like a full like 36 hours early. We've got 2 nights of it. So this is what's on at Old Trafford Cricket Ground. The Killers were on Saturday, and I pretty much heard them all day, and the Blossoms. So they rehearsed, and then the gig was clear as day. So it's quite nice to get it for free on your balcony. Mind you, it was crap. The wind was in the right direction, and you know, it was strong winds, wasn't it, the weekend. I have 2 things here which I'm going to post out. I've done them as large letter. Unfortunately, I've just noticed that this one is a Surrey address. So I am going on camera to show that it's bloody going through. So if they surcharge this person, which they probably bloody will, so the other ones, you know, it's just the same. I mean, it's supposed to just, what they say is it's supposed to pass through easily. So maybe that's why they're always so like off, because that one, oh no, because it keeps gathering, doesn't it? So I mean, yeah, when it's folded, it might like drop through. But I promise you, this bloody fits. And I had a large letter thing delivered here yesterday, a fucking return, which was actually that Oasis t-shirt, because obviously they wore it for the weekend and it's come back, and that one was large letter and they just left it abandoned. I'm just getting so pissed off with it. So you see, yesterday I was like motor legs because I got this notification saying you must refund now. So I was like motor legs coming back because I was like, I know that this £75 t-shirt is now not securely delivered. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'm going to go out and I'm going to see if I can like either book in for this haircut or actually get a haircut, because it is disgusting, isn't it? This is pretty disgusting. I think my trouble is that I'm one of these people, and I just don't enjoy the whole talking bollocks in a hairdresser's. So let's see. I'm hoping that this place is like Desmond's, like the other place which I really liked, which was like Desmond's, but I don't think we're going to get that lucky. And when I say Desmond's, I don't mean, you know, like because it's Jamaican hair and it's like Afro hair and the rest of it. I just mean because they don't talk bollocks, and because it's just really nice. You know, like in Coming to America, where they go into the thing there and they just talk about everything and they put the world to rights. And it's just a really nice atmosphere. It's that atmosphere, which I'm missing. This one that went out of business over lockdown, because it's just, they don't like go, are you going on holiday? They just talk normally, and it's just a nice vibe. So that's why I'm hoping that I can find another one on this street which has got the same vibe. That's what I'm hoping for. Again now, right, it's 11:30. Well, yeah, just. It's the trouble, isn't it, when you've got, I'm looking at this in reflection mode, but you're seeing it in real mode. So for me, the bins are there, but they're actually there. Well, whatever. So yeah, no haircut. I've been in 2 places. The first one, which was the one that I was going to book in, and then I just thought, do you know what, I just want to go and I want to gauge the situation. Well, yeah, clearly she took one look at me, and yeah, I'm just a Caucasian silly rabbit, I think. So yeah, she didn't seem to, she had like one customer sat there who looked like they would been sentenced to death. So it wasn't all that like, this doesn't look like a sexy place to have my hair cut. Then another place, I just couldn't understand what the hell they were offering, because it was all about relaxing, and you know, to me relaxing is just passing out and going to sleep, not anything to do with my hair. But yeah, I ended up going in there. No, there was another place. There's several places. So I went in one, and they haven't taken my name down or anything. They've just said come back at 3 o'clock for a haircut, because she was in the middle of something very involved with an afro and something else. So, and I was just like, well, can you do a haircut? Yes. Come back at 3. Do you want my name? No, it doesn't matter. Just come back at 3. So yeah, it's probably going to be a bit of a drive-by haircut, but I think I need a drive-by haircut because, yeah. I don't know why this other person wasn't like very helpful. I don't understand. I don't understand why people always want you to use a QR code. I don't like that when you go into a restaurant and you can't order from a menu to a person. You have to use a QR code because of COVID. And because I just think, well, do you know, I'm here. We're having this conversation. Can't we just take it a little bit further and you just take my order? Why does everything have to be done digitally and weirdly? And I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to try and get this haircut done. It really, really does need it. I mean, the thing is though, I have grown it out. And I have got myself a hair dye. I'm not going to... You see, that's what bugged me about the first one. Because if I was going to go and if I was going to have my hair dyed there, I hate that when you go into a place and they're happy to dye your hair straight away, because they're supposed to do a skin test 48 hours prior to it, and they're supposed to take your details down in case you have an allergic reaction. So it just means that they're running their business like knobheads. And the thing is, when you run your own business like I do, when other people don't jump through hoops, I just think it's all a bit weird. So anyway, I've got myself another hair dye. So this, I've never tried this one. Violet Gem, this is. This street, Hume High Street, it's just filled with hair places. That's why I'm just like, I've got to go to get my hair cut here. But it's all based on Afro hair. So there are about there's at least 4, if not 6 shops selling hair dyes. And literally there are like, I mean, this purple I've picked out, there was another 10 shades of purple to pick from. That's how much of a range of stuff that they have there. So it is really good. But it's just like, it seems like another world when, you know, you're not, you know, I just deal with whether I'm going to have a wet cut or a dry cut, or whether it's going to be blow dried, or whether they're going to put any product on it. Nothing else. So anyway, I think I should have probably looked to see if they had any Olaplex, because I quite fancy Olaplex, but I don't fancy paying the 50 quid that hairdressers seem to want you to pay for Olaplex treatments. Another problem you see with Manchester is that hair appointments are ridiculously expensive, and I think that's why I've let this slide as well. So anyway, oh, what else have I got? I've got some flipping milk in here, so I must remember to like put this in the fridge and not like go, oh, there's some like off milk here, and tape. Right, so I have got until 2:30 when I've got to leave to see how much I can do. So this stock take, which I'm doing here, so I've got loads and loads of like dresses just sat here, and I'm just stock taking it all so that I know that everything that's in the boxes is there, and so that it's tidier and it's easier to find. And I'm going to get these relisted, well, sell similar, check for any errors, because there are errors on some of these listings, tweak the listing a bit, change the titles around a bit, put some of them on auction and schedule some of them. So that's what I'm going to do, and then carry on with my pile of stuff which also needs listing. What are we on? We're only on Wednesday, so yeah, I'm not scheduled very well at all. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing the scheduling, and then hopefully get my hair cut. I just feel like I'm going to get there and they're going to go, oh no, there's nothing in the book. Yeah, I know there's nothing in the book, because you didn't have a book. You didn't have a book earlier. You didn't write it down. Right, let's see what I can do. So I've got 2.5 hours. Okay. I've had this fucking haircut. It's the worst haircut I've ever had in my life. And I'm going to have to go to the hairdressers, another hairdressers now, and get it sorted. Because it's not even. I'm sure you can see. It's long on this side and it's short on this side. This is my hair dye t-shirt. I am going to dye it to try and distract from the fact that it's totally fucked up. You can see here, can't you? What the fuck? Why would anybody do that? Yeah, so I don't even understand the concept of how somebody can run a business cutting hair. And it looks like this. So this is too long. This is way too short. And I've been growing my hair out for ages. So now I'm going to end up having to lose more of it to sort this out. But I'm going to bleach it. And I'm going to put some hair dye on it because I'm too fucking busy. You know, the reason I got my hair cut is because it was in my way and it was pissing me off. And now I've got this. And I mean, it's all the way through. Just jagged and fucked. So, and I mean, it's not even like they sort of like look at you and think all white people, all white women should have Cleopatra's haircut. Because Cleopatra had a straight hair and this isn't straight. Look at that. That's my hair. That's my hair. I just can't. There is literally nobody in Manchester who can do their job. Plumbers, boiler fitters, delivery people. Nobody can do their job. Nobody can do their job. You just couldn't credit it. Right, yeah. This is fantastic. Right, I'm gonna sod the fuck off now. And I'll be back again one day. Probably still with this hair. I'm just gonna try and like live with it. Because I mean it's not like a medical problem. I live with my medical problems. Now I've got to live with my hair. I mean, thank God I'm a goth, so I can probably like get away with it and just think. I think that's why I'm going to sort of like dye it, because it might not look so obvious, but it will, won't it? This, yeah. Don't get a cheap haircut on Hume High Street next to Asda. The wrong thing to do.